right. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody from Finland. So my name's John Samuel, and I am the founder and CEO of AfriPro Edu. I'm a Nigerian by birth, and I am also a Finnish citizen. I live here in Finland, and joining us today is Mr. Hannes, who will be introducing himself shortly. AfriPro Edu is an edtech platform designed to empower African students to be able to study in Finland. We provide educational consulting services for African students, not just in Nigeria alone, across sub-Saharan Africa. What we've been doing basically primarily is to be able to help students to study in Finland tuition free. We have two programs combined here today. The first one is we are going to be discussing in detail about the summit that we are planning together with school finders. And the idea of the summit itself is to enable school owners, CEOs, and parents who are curious about the Finnish pedagogy, because as you all know, Nigeria is very familiar with the British curriculum, the American curriculum, but not everybody is actually familiar with the Finnish pedagogy. So which is why we created this summit, whereby school owners could be able to come to Finland and have a 7-day trip, in which 5 of those days will entail engaging with schools here in Finland. We are talking about early education, nursery, kindergarten, primary, preschool, high school, university, vocational schools here in Finland. You get to meet the principals, you get to meet the school owners, you get to sit in classes, get to understand how schools are being run here in Finland and why Finland is the most sought after educational system in the world. For those who are not familiar, Finland has the best education in the world, and this is a fact that everybody can always make inquiry online on. But before that, I'm going to leave the space now to Mr. Hannes, who is going to introduce himself, and also we go deep dive 10-15 minutes and tell us more about the summit itself, about the the educational summit we are going to be having in November this year, the benefit why your school should adopt the Finnish pedagogy. All right, over to you, Mr. Hannes. Thank you.
Good morning to Nigeria. Thank you for inviting me to your meeting. Greetings from mid-Finland. So first, something about myself. And why to come all the way to Finland, and especially to see Finnish education. Well, when you come to Finland, you get acquainted with daily educational practice. You can visit many different types of schools and see how they work. You can see the lectures, how we teach in our schools. And you can also see that even though we go to many schools, the schools are very similar together if you compare to each other. Because that's our school system is about. We don't have many private schools. We have mostly public schools, and all the schools give excellent teaching. You could have also practical pedagogical workshops where you can try pedagogical things, how they work. You can meet Finnish teachers and discuss with them, see the principles and how they run the school, discuss with the pupils what they think about the Finnish school system, and see in practice how the pupils learn in different ways. And of course, you could hear many experts that have studied more about the Finnish school system pedagogy and who have a lot to tell you about the theory of our school system. And of course, how to organize and run school in Finland, and you could take the best part. So, what makes Finnish education one of the best in the world? Well, we are very proud of our school system, and we offer equal education for every student. And we support and encourage children a lot, and the pupils, that we don't have standardized testing. Only at the end of high school we have one nationwide standardized test. Otherwise, we have, of course, tests for students, but they are not standardized for the whole Finland. The teachers have the best knowledge to teach and get good results. Finnish education is holistic education, and of course collaborative learning, and which means that students work a lot together. They solve problems together, they share ideas together. And our curriculum, we have a curriculum, but it's very applicable nationwide. So what's the difference, for example, the Finnish school and the ways in the world trend in, for example, America and England? First of all, we don't have that much competition, as I mentioned earlier. We don't have this much standardized tests. We believe in creativity. Our system is not this test-based compatibility. It's more like trust. In many other countries, there's free choice of schools, and parents try to find the best possible school for their children, and they even move to a different area to get their children to the good school. But this is not a problem in Finland, because we have equality value, and each school is, of course, in Finnish school system, technology is also very important, but more important than just technology is the pedagogy behind technology. Then something about EduEffect. So if you come to visit Finland, you can have specialist lectures about education and hear more exact about the Finnish school system. We can offer you many workshops where you learn by doing. We can give you best solution to visit various types of schools, small schools, big schools, elementary schools, high schools, whatever is in your interest. We have a very large variety of schools where we can take you. And one big reason for being happy and well-being is our school system, because it's very it gives equal opportunity to everyone to learn and dream for the future. Thank you.
Those who are interested for the summit, we are having a summit in November for school owners. If you're an owner of a school, if you are a principal, there is going to be a summit in November where we will be having this practical summit where you come here in Finland. You are going to be interacting with the teachers, the principals, the student. You are also going to be in classes with us, with the student as well. You are going to be having one-on-one meetings. You are going to be having one-on-one summits, more like a seminar, where principals are going to be addressing you and telling you how they run the system. This program is very important for you to be here to actually understand how it is actually done, as opposed to having more of a virtual webinar. There are outlined program for every single day. So for those who are members of School Finders, Miss Coco is going to send it to you all to go through the agenda for the whole 7 days. And on the 5th day, we are going to be going on a boat cruise to Estonia. So Estonia, that is going to be on the Saturday. Yeah. So we are going to be going to Estonia on a boat cruise. It's going to be 2 hours. That is, Finland and Estonia is very close. So the boat cruise is always 2 hours. We go to Estonia, go shopping, sightseeing, doing everything. Then you come back again to Finland, rest, move around Helsinki, and then the next day your flight back to Nigeria. The entire cost includes the visa fee. It includes your entire transportation within Finland. It also includes your accommodation, breakfast, and lunch during the program you are going to be doing in the school. And also each day there's also going to be sightseeing within the vascular. Without further ado, I'm going to be sharing my screen very soon. Okay, so why Finland? Finland has the best education in the world. Now, Finland has been voted back-to-back 6 times the happiest nation in the world. Finland has the highest standard of living in all OECD countries. Finland has the cleanest air in the world because 70% of Finland is covered by trees and forest. Finland has the cleanest water, the purest water in the world. These are facts I also want you all to go and check. When you look at the corruption index, go and check also Transparency International. Finland is regarded to be the least corrupt nation in the world. Finland is regarded to be the safest country, if not among the safest country to travel to in the world. What makes the Finnish education different? Finnish and Swedish. Swedish, Finnish are the 2 national languages here in Finland. However, English is actually predominantly spoken here in Finland. If you study in English in Finland, you are going to pay tuition fees. However, if you study in Finnish or Swedish, it's 100% zero. Now, the high school program is for students between the age of 14 and 17. However, for the vocational program, that is for students from 18 and above, which is high school in Finland is actually for 2 to 4 years. So it means that you have 4 years to get 150 credit for high school. This is the view for high school. But if you get that 150 credit in 2 years, that means you are eligible to graduate immediately. Now, vocational school in Finland is 100% practical, and it is focused in one particular program. Vocational courses like engineering, education, you have business, you have IT, you have nursing, you have variety of course programs that we offer. Finland offers one of the highest vocational courses in the world. And in Finland, about 30 to 40% of Finnish population actually went through the vocational education route as well. Here is the pathway for vocational route, and you have 120 to 180 academic credits to get in that period. Now, how do we actually really do our program? Now, the program entails learning the Finnish language. So what we do is we provide a platform for students to learn the Finnish language, and the duration is 8 to 10 months. The goal is to help the student to attain the Finnish proficiency level called the B1.1 Finnish language proficiency level. That is the level predominantly acceptable by most schools here in Finland. Now, what we are doing basically is we teach the student the language, they get the certificate, we help them to apply to our partner school. Now, the beauty of our program is that it is being taught by Finnish language expert teachers. Every teacher in Finland is a master degree holder. So all our students are being taught by Finnish language expert teachers to ensure that in 8 months they are able to read, they are able to write, they are able to understand and they are able to communicate in Finnish language. And this is the process. The first 2 weeks when you join our program is going to be the foundation class. And then after that, the next 17 weeks is going to be the language program all the way. It is 75 minutes every day, Mondays to Thursdays. Sometimes Fridays inclusive, but it's usually 4 days a week. Our process also entails a few interview process. Here you can see these are few vocational courses that we offer. Now, what are the benefits of actually studying in Finland, in Finnish in Finland? Number one, job opportunity. Another thing is free education. And one more thing, some of our partner schools also actually offer free accommodation. If you study in Finland in Finnish language or Swedish language for average 2 years and you live in Finland for 5 years, it means that in 5 years, you are also eligible to apply to become a Finnish citizen. So, what is the service charge? The service charge that we are charging for the language is 5,500 euros. A lot of people have often asked, why is it that high? I mean, the reality is that 1st of June, the price is going to change to 6,000 euros. People often wonder, am I paying 5,500 euros just to learn a language? The answer is no. You are not paying 5,500 euros to learn a language. What you are paying for is access to our schools here in Finland, access to the support of the teachers, access to the materials, access to the platform, access to the certificate, access to all visa processing documentation, school processing, everything that brings you all the way down here in Finland. The teachers that are actually teaching are also charging us per hour. And for those who are curious, how do I pay 5,500 euros? Now, the payment can be done in 4 installments, or 1 installment, or 2 installments, maximum 4 installments. So, one more thing again, for many people who are here, for parents who are not able to actually pay this money one time, we also have the loan opportunity. You can get loan from 2 of our partner banks. Unfortunately, this loan is only available for Nigerians and working class in Nigeria. If you know your credit score is good, you can apply through our partner bank, either VFD or Rent Money. I see some questions here. Does anyone here have any question, please?
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Thank you very much for this wonderful webinar. It's been so impactful. My name is Abdulkadir Agbola from Nigeria, and I'm the founder and the CEO of Platinum Billionaire Minds Free School. So my question is this. So I have a kind of school that I run in Nigeria, Abuja, Lugbe to be precise. And basically the school is just is established in the community area of Lugbe, an area whereby people do not have, people who are living on low income do not have that opportunity to send their children to school. So I established that school for them, and I want to ask if this platform can also give an opportunity for those kind of children, maybe when they are done with their secondary school, is it possible for them to continue their education using the free tuition-free tuition-free platform you discussed about? How will it be, and how could one start the process right now that they are in secondary school? Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, sir, for your question, and I commend you for your program, for what you are doing. More grace to your elbow. I really salute what you are doing. Now, I will be ignorant and naive to say that I do not know the cost implication to this program. And I do understand that 5,500 euro is not what every average Nigerian can actually afford. We have been trying our best to be able to seek for funding that we can actually use as a scholarship for students like yours who are not able to afford it. They're coming from the low income community. Unfortunately, right now, we don't have such fund available because we have to pay the teachers that are going to be teaching those students from the low income community. If we have investors or we have philanthropists that are going to be willing to actually give us this, funding, somebody come to fund or want to do something for the give back to the community, this will be highly welcome. We are looking forward to that. We've been trying our best, but to be honest, it hasn't been that easy. As you know, back in the country, in Africa, people don't really do this kind of thing just for the sake of humanity without expecting anything in return. We do understand it is not for everybody. There are many philanthropists out there, but unfortunately, we don't have that funding yet on our side. We've not been able to build a business case to do, okay, we want to do 2 student scholarship. Right now, it's a paid service that people who can afford it can actually gain access to. So that is just my answer to that question. Somebody is asking, UCN, do you arrange workshop training for teachers? Yes, we have a workshop coming in November this year, and it will be shared across School Finders platform. Anyone who is interested, there's going to be a link to register for that program. Are there any provisions for inclusive learning that takes care of struggling learners, e.g. dyslexia? Yes, very true. So Finland is a country that promotes inclusion, no discrimination. So there are always special programs for students with dyslexia and students with learning abilities. Yes, in Finland, 100% we have that for sure. Yes, in Finland, very true. So, anyone who wants to ask questions?
Good afternoon. I would like to ask a question.
Fantastic.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon from Finland.
Yes, yeah. Thank you so much. This is so very endearing and very nice. But number one, based on the last question that you attended to, does it mean that after paying the 5,500 euros, there have been previous instances where students have been eventually denied visa? Okay, let me give one more as well.
Yes.
Okay, in as much as we have also heard about Finland's education and how great it is and how safe the country is. We have not been there as school owners. The parents themselves have not been there. And now we want to sell these things to them. Is it possible to have sort of a virtual trip of these partner schools that you're talking about, the kind of school environment they'll be going to, the kind of accommodation they're going to be having, and then the names of the school and the areas where they're at, so that parents are more assured and not just going into these things blindly?
Correct. Good question. Yeah. So let me answer the first question. I have actually answered the question initially. With our Finnish partners, when this program started in 2021 with 15 students, right now, 2022, there are over 400 students already across Asia and North America and South America that are here already. Not one has been denied visa. And this year, over 700 are coming through the same process. I'm going to reiterate, by law, the embassy does not have the right to deny any student visa as long as you meet the criteria. So student visa is not the same as a tourist visa. Finland is very strict when it comes to tourist visa, but student visa, as long as you have those important documents, which we are going to guide you all through, they are not going to deny you any visa. That is the law. Now, secondly, I don't know if you just recently joined us. I said earlier on, we have a summit that we are planning in November where school owners, interested parents can also join the trip. And it's going to be November 5th. It's going to be a 7-day trip from November 5th to November 12th, where you are going to come, experience teaching, experience accommodation here, experience learning environment, be acquainted to the Finnish pedagogy, Finnish learning, and the entire environment itself. So for that trip, anyone who is interested, School Finders will be promoting it on all their platforms. For those who are interested, please subscribe, register, and you will be contacted very soon as regards that. And for the parents, we are also going to be having a special PTA webinar for every school owners, so that we can now discuss extensively to all the parents, and the parent can also ask us questions.
Okay.
So I hope I've been able to answer your questions.
Yes, you have. Thank you very much.
For the summit, what is the cost implication? For the summit, it is 2,000 euros. For the summit, for those who are interested, 2,000 euros. And that includes your visa fee, your accommodation, your breakfast, your lunch, your entire logistics within Finland. You get a SIM card, 10 euros added, and also a trip to Estonia back and forth, and also the sightseeing here in Finland. The only thing you are doing is you pay your flight. That's all.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Please, this is Christiana Obong.
Yes.
My child wants to study pharmacy, and he's 17, and he
Okay.
has finished SS3.
Okay. All right. So,
vocational studies are pharmacy.
okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. Now, there are courses in Finland that are not being taught in vocational schools. Pharmacy, medicine, architecture, law. You can't study them in vocational school. You need to go through the high school route. So for you, Mrs. Christiana Obong, your son needs to go through the high school to be able to study pharmacy in the university. So since your son is done with high school already, so he has to be able to do they go through the high school again, average 2 years. Just 2 years. By the time he's 19, he will now go through the university here in Finland, and he will study for free here in Finland as well. So that is the route for him. Does Finland give opportunity for dependent, for a mother who wants to study? For the mother, for family package, father, mother, child. So the father and mother, if they want to come the same time, you both need to learn the language. Unfortunately, if you have a child that is below 10 years, it's free. If you have a child that is above 10 years, you have to pay. Unfortunately, that is the system here. So for dependent program or for family program, for example, in our program, we have various family. We have a mother with 3 kids. We have a mother with 1 daughter. We have a boyfriend and girlfriend. We have husband and wife, and a child below with 4 kids. 2 are below 10 and the other ones are above 10. So that is the program we have. Everybody have to learn the language except the kids that are below 10 years.